Hi-oh, beefer! Away!
Yeah, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to our broadcast. This is the Highlander Open number 3, powered by keys-store.com. This is the semifinals of the playoffs. I am one of your hosts, eXtine. We got Wiethoofd on production, and I am joined by jakeowaty. How you doing, Jake?
I am doing alive and well in these trying times. It's been a while since I left my house, and honestly, it's a bit growing on me. Or am I growing into the house itself? It could be either way, you know. I might actually run on my rent period before this whole thing blows over, but we'll see, you know. For now, we have some TF2 to enjoy, and 2 teams fighting for that, final spot as we're in the semifinals of the Open Tournament here, and we have 2 teams, Ocean Gang Jr. versus ЗАЛЕТАЙ И ПОБЕЖДАЙ, which is roughly translated into join us and win in Russian.
Yeah, I like that.
It's
Russian, Bulgarian, something like that. And, you know, kind of, I'm just going to call them zealots, zealotage. We are about to go live, though, and I am excited for this. We got our other team here, Ocean Gang. They're on red, right?
Yep, it seems that they're on the red side, blue side being ЗАЛЕТАЙ, and it seems that step-up swap is going to be the first one to the middle point, already sticking out that middle shutter, missing that spy by an inch. Is going to get finished up by Nod. Very quick pickup there on the demo man. Losing him is definitely going to put them on the slow burn for now. Quite aggressively are the Russians coming in, however.
Yeah, and Coal Plant going to be our first map here of this best of 3. Russians just taking a lot of aggressive positioning here on this point. Should be able to get the capture here.
Yeah, pretty swift. You know, losing that demo man early on for the side of Ocean Gang Jr. has definitely slowed them down quite a bit. So now they're gonna have to figure out a way out of the situation. They're about to hit their Uber charge. Asterix is already on 100%. Viz is there on the flank on top of the shed here, putting some damage. So is Open Fangirl. They're just kind of peppering the enemies, but they're not really picking up any kills there. None of the teams actually really actively killing each other, which definitely works for the side of Ocean Gang. But the Uber is about to pop off, and then it's popped off by Asterix. Captain Paddocks is just sort of milking it as much as possible, but he's missing anyone to heal right now. He catches a friend over there just in time, but still, the point is in control of the blue team here. Ocean Gang is struggling right now.
Yeah, look at the scoreboard even as well. I mean, the spy just got a backstab, but up until then, it was pretty much their medic, and, well, I guess still is. The medic, the spy, the snipers, the only ones with actual points. So that's a little rough to see. You kind of want to get your fragging classes actually fragging, right?
Yeah, you need to get those people on the enemies as soon as you can right now. The Ocean Gang is well, they're kind of putting some dents at that point. You know, they're trying to get it capped. There's 2 times on the cast relatively fast, but the blue team here, ЗАЛЕТАЙ, will not really let this one happen. They have that slight advantage, but they have a lot of people on low health, and these need to be really quickly amended by the meta himself. Point finally goes to the weight of the Ocean Gang, but they lose 3 players in that engagement. All 100% of the players are still alive for the side of blue, and they do have that Uber.
Yeah, they're going to rotate with it. Head over to Battlement's side. Viz trying to control their own kind of rooftop. He's going to need an arrow across, which Asterix will hook up. Viz kind of getting back out there with the black box, but Eli will take him down. Spies in here will get the heavy weapons guy. Looks like ЗАЛЕТАЙ will be able to recapture them.
Yeah, slowly but steadily they do recapture this. 1.5 minutes. Nice body shot onto Asterix. Only 3 players out for the side of blue. They are in control of the point, which means the timer is going to run really quick. Radial is just shaking kills there. Another one onto the other sniper, which means it's going to be a very easy cap here for the side of the Ocean Gang. They're in control right now. They have that 100% in the bank as well. So I don't think this point is going to budge in the next minute or so.
Yeah, good on them to get out here and get this capture after kind of what was a slow start. They're starting to find a little bit more work. Yeah, their heavy weapons guys, some of the guys trying around the corner here. But actually now it is our Russians doing really strong work here, pushing in towards the point, getting a lot of cap time here. The Uber charge, though, as we've mentioned, is available. Captain Paddocks hasn't used it yet. The heavy weapons guy, FL, just pushing the players off the point.
There is a drop. eXtine. Omen is just going in for the kill. Low on health was the medic here. and taking down Asterix. Well, he didn't have an Uber charge just yet, but he was damn near close to it. And Captain Paddock still sitting on that nice, comfortable 100, but they did lose the point in this engagement. However, it's not the worst. They're going to be able to recapture this. Like he's going 1 stab, 2 stabs onto the enemy team. He is taking kills, taking names for himself. And that's 3 down on the side of blue, who are in control.
Yeah, that was good movement from the Spy for sure. Helps them kind of open things up, get that recapture. But, you know, at the same time, blue team the Russians, well, now the Spy, again, Lakey doing huge work as he gets the sniper. I was going to say, that's kind of the cornerstone as he's peeking around the corner. Could have gotten some openings, but taken out, that's going to slow things down.
Yeah, HHX is now currently on the vanguard of this push. They don't have the Ubercharge just yet. Captain Paddock is still on that 100%. He's still very safe in that nook on the right side. When you're looking at heavy, Shax is going to die there. Unfortunately, due to the spam, 3 players down the side of blue. It doesn't look too promising in his push right now. Asterix is still building his Ubercharge. He's not going to be able to finish this one off. And Open Fangirl is on the point right now, just taking some heals, you know, over heals, tanking a few shots, making sure that nobody sneaks behind. He's going to have a little scuffle fight on top of this area here. HHX is going to take a lot of damage for this.
Yeah, almost burns to death there. Medic just sticking with the beam on him. HHX still very low health. Will get taken out by the heavy weapons guy. He's got quite the spree going. Open Fangirl pushing in to get the Ubercharge pop. Viz bombing above and across. Will actually sort of end up exposing his Spy, I think, a little bit. Spy's back there hiding in the corner. Capture is going over, but Red does look like they might just be able to get the recap immediately once again.
Yeah, it's actually a smart play there. Like, they just let the other team cap this point. They're not too worried because they have the players to sort of recapture this. And Ocean Gang is managing to actually get this one done. Paddock is still keeping up with Asterix somehow. They're kind of keeping in their head-to-head right now in this Uber race. It seems that the Russian team, Zaletny, are not doing too hard. They're trying to put some players on the point, but they're not committing too much. And there's only 10 seconds on the clock for them to do something about this.
Yeah, HHX getting a huge work over the top, though. And the heavy weapons guy on the point, though, but Fangirl's going to take him out. The Pyro will be there to clear things up. Looks like they might actually be able to end up fragging out and getting the point. 40 seconds on the clock, though, and just a retake is all that's needed.
Eli is having a bit of scuffle. 2 HP on that man. He managed to kill off Wiz. Finally got it cleaned up by Not, but not before he gets himself another kill in this. It's 2 for the price of 1. I'll take that deal anytime. So now HHX is going to put some sticks. Nice headshot there by Axon. Shuba Duba is going to get a stab onto the Pyro. That's a bit ironic. And just like that, the OG gang is taking this point without too much of a contestation from the Russian team. Unfortunately, they're going to have to play from a backwards position from now on.
Yeah, that was a rough one for them. I mean, they got off to a good start, but really just a strong corner hold from Ocean Gang, and that was just kind of really hard for them to dislodge.
Checks this time. It's very fast. Axon takes it. The other scout out is taking on Eli as well. That's flag gone from the side of Red. Open. Well, the Open Gang, the gang people are not doing too well. He's taking Civil Swap as well, finally falling to the side of Ragio. And he's now gonna be having a lot of room to work with. He's trying to put some heads into the enemy, but he's not managed to find any right now. FL is on the front line. He's trying to find the Spy, but unfortunately just behind him. The blue team has captured this point, and Russians are in control.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like they're going to be in control of the point for long, though, as it's flipped back over. Ubercharge is ready on both sides. With the Russians, though, in the corner, though, it seems like they don't have quite as many players around them, but Oxen does just continue to frag hard here.
So we're slow down right now. So, seems that the Open Gang is currently in control of the point once again. Not too much congestion from the side of blue. Kind of, you know, they're a bit too passive here. Eli is jumping on top of the shed. He's raining down hell on the enemy team, putting a lot of damage on them. Now, Sebaswap is sort of leading the charge. Both medics at 100%. Some bodies are trying, you know, just to get this point going from the side of the Russians, but they are all unfortunately unable to do so. Uber is coming out of Asterix, but they're not doing anything with it. And now Captain Paddock comes in with his. The medic goes down to the scout. Very nicely done. And there goes the Spy. Actually, just before he dies, takes out the other sniper. 3 people up for the side of blue.
Yeah, I mean, Likey's doing hella work. But FL as well has really been emboldened. He's gotten on top of the shed as well. Just been doing work from up there. Finally going to get pushed off though.
Right here. Sort of spy checking for his medic, just a bit too paranoid. It seems that Likey has been putting too many knives into people's backs. Nod's low on health. Oh, he's gonna fall down to a nice sticky there. Likey's taking another kill for himself, being quite a menace. And that's 3 down for the side of ZALETAY. They are almost there when it comes to the point, but the timer's still ticking for the side of Ocean Gang Jr. And it's not looking too promising. They're already leading 1 point up, and they're very comfortable in the position.
They do get the Demo Man Sebub swap going down to the Spy. Also at the same time, they cleared out the other Spy. So that kind of emboldens them to push forward. Are going to be able to take the point without being forced to pop. The Pyro, waiting for an arrow, finally gets that heal. He can reconnect with his team now, and they're just going to hold the corner. We'll see what Ocean Gang can do, though, to dislodge him from here. But Axon is going to start the action off with a snipe on the Pyro Durbin.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying the way Ocean Gang is actually playing. Very smart, you know, staying on the back line. They don't have the point right now, but they don't have to rush it just yet. They have time. They find Axon. They find Shuba Duba. It's 2 down for the other team. They are quite comfortable now to get this point pushed. Still being very aggressively pressured by the other team, but they do manage to find Open Fangirl. Nicely done by Setup Swap. HXX is credit for that. Uber's coming off right now. Durbin is trying to push the other team off the point. There's a lot of sharing happening on either side. Seems that Red Uber is much better than the other one. 2 players down, 3 players down for the side of blue. They're pushing them left and right and center. Almost getting the point, but Axon is there to just get... It's working out for them quite well. Open here. Taking down Viz, and then Likey in the backline, taking out Axon. No more sniper. 4 players down for the side of blue here. And it seems that once again Ocean Gang is extremely comfortable. They are just not really worried too much about this situation.
No, for sure. In control of the point, their Spy, Likey, lurking around the battlements, trying to find some action, but we'll get spotted out by Spicecock.
Yeah, your Spicecock on the regular flamethrower. Seems that the greaser has sort of fallen out of the graces. He's taking quite a lot of damage for his team as a Pyro. He has a lot of help to work with. Setup Swap is just going in aggressively, putting a lot of damage to the enemy team, but not ultimately finding any. Now FL is trying to his might at trying to shoot out the enemy team from the point, but they're not able ultimately to do so. 4 players down for the side of blue here. Likey's gonna claim himself another kill onto Axon. Uber's finally coming out of Asterix just to save the team, but they won't be able to do much with it. They're still on the point, but getting pushed away by the Pyro. Finally, the Uber is fading away. Nod's low on health. Shurik is low on health. He's gonna go fall down. HHX is gonna get mowed down by FL, and the point is still not finalized.
Yeah, again, just very strong deathmatch from FL and team. Able to get out forward here. It's like the snipes of Axon. Just not able to do enough. HHX seems like he's doing good damage. You know, just that's the guess without looking at the logs. But again, there's just kind of like some team aspects that need to come together here for a Russian team.
Definitely. They're a bit banking on those kind of picks, and they do get those picks, but they often don't really follow them up. They're a bit too passive, and that just gives a lot of room to work with for Ocean Gang. Now Viz is gonna jumping very aggressively onto the shed area. He's gonna go down to Oben, first kill of this half. Now they're kind of hanging behind this shed, behind the door, being a bit more safe, but also having a lot of room to sort of peek around, put damage on the other team. They're doing it right now. Radial is there quite aggressively, but he's going to be pushed away. Setup Swap now trying to get his weight onto HHX, jumping him in the air, launching him, just finally mowed down by FL.
Yeah, right now, just kind of territory being carved out by Ocean Gang. Rachel gets the sniper across on Axon. Viz trying to jump over the top. FL, though, has the heavy weapons gun for him. And a sandwich for his medic.
Here is slowly but steadily, they just sort of like entrench themselves. I mean, Asterix has his Uber charge ready to go. They're getting themselves on the point, but they will have to fight against another Uber. Asterix is doing a pretty bang-up job, surviving a long time, but he's flashing Likey, which is not very good. He has to run away right now. The Uber is about to fade, and he's way wide open. Likey's still alive and running. Finally getting found out. Gonna get zapped, slapped by the scout. Low on health. Maybe he'll die. They're trying to chase this spy down, but the spy has gotten so much help from the medic, and this man is still alive. How is this spy still alive?
Yeah, he's still just lurking. It's ridiculous. He's looking to get more up on the battlements here. Health pack isn't up here, but he can basically sap the engineer's entire kit up there.
Insane play by the spy. I have no idea how he survived this one, but he just did. He got so much healing from the medic as well, wasting that Uber essentially. And it's just working out, but however, it seems that the ЗАЛЕТАЙ are in control of the point. Seems that Open Fangirl is going to go down. They're trying to get some time on it. Does cap very, very quickly, so it's not much of an issue. Both medics are roughly about the same Uber, but Asterix low on health. You'll have to stay a little bit safer now. In the case, he is going to, well, take a few pills for his trouble. Rydiel is trying to have a little bit Duke sniper battle with Axe in him. He gets the kill. Uber's coming out right now. FL is low on health. The medic's trying to save him as much as possible. Now Durbin is W+ wanting into the enemy team, and Asterix low on health. Captain Paddocks doesn't have many players to work with either, but they're going to be able to cap this point.
Yeah, he barely wasn't able to get the arrow in on his heavy weapons guy. That would have been a big boost, especially just because of FL's damage. Now actually Viz getting the rockets down on him from Shed. So there was some good moments there from Ocean Gang, but you know, it's all about holding the point, and it looks like they're just not going to have the players here to maintain the point after they were able to get that capture. Just
a bit of a slowdown once again. Ocean Gang is sort of falling behind. They don't want to risk too much in this. They need the reinforcements, so they're just going to do that. Captain Paddocks is way behind Asterix on this one, but we've seen that Asterix has been sort of focused down. They know that the other team has an advantage. Ocean Gang is not going to wait too long. HHX is now on the offensive. They have the Ubercharge to work with. Viz is on the flag. He gets himself an easy kill there, almost like a present from the sky. As the demo falls down, Sebaswap is no longer with us. Right, the sniping in, gonna find himself a Viz, jumping in a straight line. Another kill on Dunod, he's looking for one more. He's not gonna be able to find one. 4 players alive for the side of blue, and they still have that Ubercharge. They may be able to stop this one from capping, but not for much longer, as Captain Paddocks is just simply gonna hang back with this one.
Yeah, Spice Cop trying to get in, trying to get the flames down, but good heals from Captain Paddocks, and just enough players around there to, you know, try to attack, but he can't focus anybody down. Asterix has backed out. They've given up control of the point. They do have a clock lead right now, though. Oh, Viz again, bomb around the corner. Only gets the dispenser, though.
It's an important pick, you know, eXtine. It's an important pick. You know,
it's
you
true.
Don't have ammo. You don't have health. You know, it's you gotta focus just as much as you do focus medic. They managed to pick themselves a light key. No more of that from the Ocean Gang here. But the cap is slowly ticking for the Russian team. This comes in, completely destroying Captain Paddocks, giving Asterix a lot of time to work with. And it seems that the blue team here is working only with 8 players, but they're still almost capping the point. They managed to finally do it, and with no heals on the side of the red, they're gonna be pretty much walking all over this area. Ooh, that's unfortunate for Eli, as he just catches a stray bullet into his foot.
Yeah, for sure. And Ocean Gate trying to get forward here to get the capture, but we'll be able to do so. But the Ubercharge coming out here a little bit late on it, not pushing forward. Hasn't been able to find a frag yet, though. Oh, and even afterwards, he's chasing around, throwing out damage, but Eli just comes in and stomps on him.
Oh, there's just a round 2 for Captain Paddocks, raining hell on him. Low on health is that soldier, but they managed to get this job done. 3 players up for the side of red. Ocean Gang is not doing too hot in this round, but it's just all in the camp of ЗАЛЕТАЙ here. The Russian team needs to sort of keep their cool. Ragel is there, scoped in on the soldier, who's just completely jumping away. Viz adds credit to medic kills right now. He's kind of the reason why the Russian team is managing to keep up with Ocean Gang.
And the Russians are trying to push across the point, but HHX gets sniped down. And will allow Ocean Gang to, they do get captured there. Couple frags too, but those frags are going to be returning a little bit faster. It's important though that you don't let the enemy team get down to that, you know, overtime, completely wiping the clock off.
Right, yo, scoping, hard scoping in. Shubaduba is going to find himself an engineer and a demo almost. He only shifts him in the side. He's going to be able to safely juke away into that dispenser, which, you know, we talked about it. They're very important. So he's just gonna heal up there. Dervin's just sort of spy checking every single nook and cranny. Uber's coming out of Asterix, jumping in with Spy Scott. There comes the red Uber as well, pushing them away. And so far, so good for the side of blue. They lose 4, however, and they may not be able to finalize this cap. Too many players and too little time to work with. His timer is 0-0. Captain Paddox is almost the only player alive. He's gonna go down. 8 seconds left on the clock, and they're in control. Red team is gonna get fast respawns, but with not a lot of players to work with, Oba's gonna go down. Rydel's gonna try to find himself a headshot there. He's not gonna be able to, and there it goes. The second or third point of this game goes towards the Russian and Bulgarian team.
Yeah, that was well played by them. I feel like Ocean Gang, you know, obviously they're playing the game. They couldn't hear my advice. But it's like, you know, 13 seconds on the cap is actually a ton of time, because it's 13 seconds until you need to put cap time on it to stop it, you know? And they just tried to stop it immediately, and basically were just throwing players in there. I think they still could have had that round, so they're going to be shaking their heads a little bit, but they're still up 2-1. This mid-fight so far still pretty even.
Yeah, but they do lose Viz, HHX, and Shurek on the side of blue. Russians are a bit struggling. Once again, Ocean Gang quite strong from the get-go. And it seems that the battlements area are going to be occupied by the Russians. They're not going to overcommit to this one, especially after losing 3 players and getting 0 kills in exchange. Aster is going to work on that Uber charge. Is going to be keeping up with Captain Paddox just nicely. But now is the question how they're going to decide to tackle this one on eXtine.
Yeah, for sure. The Russians kind of trying to work from battlements. They send Nod over the top to HHX as well. And we're going to use the Uber charge here as well, trying to send Viz around the corner. The reflect is there though, and the Uber charge from Captain Paddox. Asterix kind of getting juggled around here as well on the exit. He doesn't really have any players with him. Always stressful as a medic. Rotating up to Bats, but it's not the fastest exit, and he gets cut off by Eli.
It's so hard to run away from a soldier on a map as cramped and with as much verticality to it as Coal Plant. Once again, Ocean Gang 1 minute up over the Russian team. They are 2 rounds up in total, which means that it's just kind of a last resort that they have to do. Viz is gonna get sniped here by Rydell quite easily, but Sevaswap is equalizing. There's a nice pipe to the face of the scout. He's putting a lot of pills and sticks on the other side, just kind of keeping the blue team at bay. And after losing 3 players, they're not going to be very happy to push on this one. Captain Paddox doesn't have his Luger charge, but is about to get his one. Likey, he's on the mat, he gets the kill! He's going to go down himself. That's a perfect kill just in time. And now the red team can just kind of clean up this mess.
Yeah, Viz trying to counter that, though. Does get Captain Paddox to pop. So they still have the point. They have used their Uber charge. But in the aftermath of it, since Asterix is just coming up, the charges will be even.
That's where... Well, it's going to work out for them. They use the Uber charge. They still are in control at the point. 1 minute left on the clock for them. Spy trying to get something done here, but Shubaduba is going to get mowed down by the Sentry and help of FL, the heavy weapons guy. Once again, just kind of not having an answer to what Ocean Gang has are the Russians. They're going to pick up themselves up 2 kills there. Like and Eli going down, but they lose 3 in this engagement. There's kind of a mess happening on the middle point here. A lot of bodies lying on the ground. Viz is jumping in that tactical spot, but he's going to get destroyed there by a Rygel, quite nicely stopping him from causing even more damage. However, the point goes the way of the Russian team, and well, so far so good, but they have 3 grueling minutes to survive.
Yeah, there's some good frags there by Oben Fangirl there on the point. So they're still kind of, they don't have control of the point, but they're getting ready to push forward here. Uber charges will be ready on both sides. Captain Paddox does use it a little bit earlier. Counter Uber coming out here. ATX just jumped around in craters. Oh no.
Fortunately, their Uber's coming out of Asterix, just kind of Spy Scott, try to use the dregs of it to kill the heavy weapons guy, didn't quite manage to do so. 4 players up for either team, really. The timers are a bit more in favor of the Ocean Gang, as they are not in control at this point. And the Russian team will have to wait for the reinforcements a little longer, and it's going to play a crucial part. They're not really aware of the situation, as there is an ample amount of red bodies on the other side of this shed. They may be rudely awoken from this slumber. Shirik is just laying down law. He's picking up 1 kill, 2 kills there for him. 3 kills on the heavy, 4 kills on this freaking heavy weapons guy, as he's just laying down law, but he's gonna go down. And unfortunately, all this hard work is not going to pay off, and Ocean Gang is going to take this one without too much of a problem.
Yeah, no, certainly FL really kind of putting everything on his back there. He's just been fragging hard this whole map.
Doing quite a bit of work himself here. Uber's coming out of the Asterix though, quite early. Nice sharing there as well, making sure nobody's taking too much damage. Like he's waiting for the medic. He may be able to spot him. He does. Gets himself a nice Uber saw off this spy, and Asterix back at 20-30% now, but only half HP. 3 players up on the battlefield. He needs to run away from this. Axon trying to get a headshot. He gets one, but he's going to get mowed down himself. And the point is going down the way of the OG Juniors. First round down in history books, leaving the Russians a little behind. Ready, ladies and gentlemen, this is ЗАЛЕТАЙ и ПОБЕЖДАЙ versus Ocean Gang Junior, the semifinals of the Open Highlander tournament. My name is Jake, with me is eXtine and Wiethoofd on production. Is going to be observing the demo man, rolling out to middle as ServerSwap is just narrowly missing this one. Gonna start a bit on a down low with health as Viz is making his way through the drop down.
Yeah, and he will be able to get a little bit of an ambush here, but Captain Paddox does find the bottle, healed up pretty comfy here. So Viz is aggressive push in, unsuccessful. Lakey looking for a flank here, but it's actually be Shuba-Duba with the first stab. Also Axon getting Captain Paddox. Things going against the Ocean Gang here.
Yeah, they're not doing too hot in this situation. HHX is actually going to finish off FL. And it seems that the Russians have stabilized themselves quite nicely. Didn't lose too many players. Asterix still alive as well, which means that 100% is in the bank, ready to go at any time. As HHX is making his way through the lower lobby, finds Radial there. He's not going to be able to kill him, but at least he scares him away. And now Shirak is making the mid lobby as well, just kind of locking this position down. Second point already in the hands of the Russian gang. And, well, Asterix 100%. Captain Paddox going down again. Oh my god.
Yeah.
It's going to be so awful for the other team.
Well, they're not, likely not going to have the opportunity to use it here. Spice got Fizz pushing forward. The engineer getting on the point. But Open Fangirl 2 health. Now it's Shuba-Duba. Also Shuba-Duba extremely low. Also was 2 health. Asterix gets the frag on the scout on the way out, but now has to run for their life.
Yeah, they've managed to kind of save this point from utter disaster somehow, somewhere. They found those kills that they needed, taking down 4 players with them. ServerSwap is now making his way towards the second point, but he sees a lot of members of the other team in that large, big door area. Nas gonna find himself a nice engineer pick there. Gonna recycle back to his medic. HHX low in the health, but he's gonna be able to maybe get healed. He's so low, he needs that medic right with him. Oh, he does fall down to the afterburner. And Radial here on the balcony, kind of locking this area down. Second wall already belongs to the side of Ocean Gang, and they're looking very strong as Asterix has died in an engagement. Paddox has 60%.
Yeah, so they are getting a little bit of a recover here after that fail push. It was a great opportunity, but I mean, you know, it is difficult to capture here on Goalie Wash. Starting to get forward here. Ragil will get the snipe on Axon. Open Fangirl waiting for an arrow on point, gets it, rounds the corner here, but takes a rocket right away. Nod can't get the finish there. Open Fangirl will rotate. Viz going down. FL getting wrangled here on the point. Yeah, he actually will be able to eat a sandwich though on the low ground.
Radial gets a nice headshot there onto the other medic. Asterix down for the count. A lot of players are now falling low on health. Shuba-Duba is going just to shuffle away from that choke point as the middle point is going to get captured by Ocean Gang quite nicely. Paddock still on 100% and it's going to require a hero play from Shuba-Duba to get something done. He's just notified the other team that where they are, and he's going to try to revolver a couple of people as well. While it's Axe and Shuba-Duba who get 2 kills on the Ocean Gang. 3 make hit as Radial gets sniped by Axon in the back line there. Paddock's 100%, but he's missing the players to use it on.
Yeah, and they're trying to kind of find an opening here, but they've just been bleeding players. They are going to go in, counting on their players to respawn. They want to just use this advantage, but Asterix is nowhere to be found. That's also actually unfortunate for his teammates, though, as the heals are nowhere to be found. Loses a couple players there, but since they still have the charge and Captain Paddock has backed up, since also they ran out of players, this is working out okay for him.
Yeah, it's working out so far. You know, Wiz has that contra open up, so he's gonna do a lot of damage to the black box and heal at the same time. Nod is looking at the spine, but it's his own. Oh, Eli jumping in aggressively, looking for some kills, but finds none of them. Oh, they have a bit of a scuffle fight in the big door area between two soldiers. It seems that Viz will have to cycle back for a health pack. And this time, Asterix is in control of the situation. He has that Uber charge. He has the players around him to kind of support him. They're not deciding to push this one yet. I'm not sure why. Maybe they have miscalculated the Uber percentages, but that gives a lot of time to Captain Paddocks to work on his 75% on him already. And blue team right now is sort of wasting a lot of time they could possibly use. They do take down FL. 80% is a race against time, and Uber is going to come out very soon.
Durbin with a nice reflect. The Uber hadn't been used yet, but even just that push back on the team in choke gives Captain Paddocks enough time to get the Uber charge. Blue is going to push around the corner, but the demo gets dropped. Oh no, the Captain Paddocks gets dropped as well.
Oh, that was just gnarly as he just medic goes down. FL has used that teleport, but he's locked in the banana by himself with no healing to see. 3 players on the side of red make it to Sebo Swap and Radio. Are gonna try to make their best, make use of what they have, and maybe try to discourage the other team from pushing into the second point, maybe pick themselves up a kill or two. But no, they decided to sort of cycle back to the lobby area with most of the team. They're going up there onto the battlements, onto the balcony. And as the 2 times is going on the point right now, thanks to the scout righty, a lot of damage being taken by the soldier, but Viz is unable to chase this one up like he's just decloaking the corner. Oh no. Oh no! Oh, he does get the medic! He finds his back in the crowd of people and giving Paddocks and his team a lot of time to work with eXtine.
Yeah, that's a huge pick there, as that Ubercharge advantage was going to enable the Russians to just push in there, but you know, heavy stress on the past tense, right?
Yeah. And it just looks very promising right now for the red team, but they decided to take a step back and kind of hold last. They don't want to risk it just yet because they are down to their last point in this game. As already a lot of minutes have elapsed in this. 23 minutes to go on this clock, and we've yet to see one final capture of the game. Paddocks 100%, Asterix working his way up. And it seems that they know about this. They're trying to get some positioning done. They're trying to recapture at least a second point here, Ocean Gang, to get this one done. Viz is going to go down. He's kind of lagged behind the rest of the team. They're standing on the point right now with 2 times on it. Paddocks is in a bit of a trouble, though. He doesn't have his Uber charge ready.
He's chasing Shebedeva.
Oh, he gets it!
Oh, he gets the oh my gosh. So unfortunate for the spy there.
Yeah, but he's getting caught off.
Yeah, Captain Paddocks. Yeah. All for nothing as he was feeling confident there, then runs into the scout. Just gets buckshot down easily.
Yeah, Nas is not going to take any chances here. Now, Likey is in a position to get that medic once again. Oh, he's got found out just in time by the engineer, and not going to be chased down by the rest of the team. They're a bit afraid of that spy main, you know, stabbing their medic once again, especially when the medic is at 100%. Now, Axon is hard scoping the choke, but he decided to go the big door with the rest of the team, using the bodies around him for his cover. HHX is charging with the Uber charge, chasing after the enemy team. Scout's going to sacrifice himself, trying to stop the onslaught happening from the blue team. But that early push, early Uber has gotten them themselves. Second point, FL is just hiding, trying to mow down some people on the point, but he has been, you know, not tracking very well. Unfortunately, has fallen down for the Paddocks is on 70% eXtine, and they're taking a lot of damage.
Yeah, they want to get in, but not quite able to just kind of aggressively push through. This is where things need to just calm down, maybe find some frags, but also you wonder if Captain Paddocks is just going to get aggressive with the supercharge. Seems a little unlikely, though.
Likey.
That's a nice snipe, though.
Likey, what you doing, my man? He's trying to sneak a back cap as a spy. He's getting found out by the scout Nod. Ubercharge is ready on either side right now. Silverswap is just sort of sticking up that shutter door in the middle lobby, making sure nobody sneaks past. Eli is in that balcony spot as well. Very common for soldiers to just hang out there, so I'm really not sure if it's gonna have any sort of element of surprise on the other team, as most of the blue team is now currently pushing through the river. They're going below. They haven't popped just yet. Very late to the party they are. HHX is kind of leading the charge, doing a lot of damage to the heavy weapons guy and the pyro. They're going to be able to take down 3, however, on the red side. 4 players up, and the Uber charge is in full mode for the red. Ash is going to fall down last. There's
Yeah.
only 2 players to work with here. Oh no.
Oh, yeah, like he gets 2 butterflies underneath the point as that supercharge. Yeah, came out a little bit late, dropped most of the players except for HHX. Push out. Viz does get stuffed here. Nod maybe, yeah, going down as well, a little overly aggressive.
Really liking this open squad play. I mean, they are just nerves of steel. They're not panicking. They're not throwing everyone. They just know what they have and they work with it. The last point, I definitely could feel that kind of sense of calmness to their play. Just they didn't really freak out when they're like the majority of the team pushing to the river. They sort of like recycle. They let them pop first and then sort of use that uber advantage that they had milked away to sort of, you know, take this point back. Get the second point in congestion in succession here, and the middle one being currently occupied. 3 players down for the side of blue, however, losing players left and right. Oh no, there's a mayhem going on. HHX is still alive on the point right now, but Likey's going huge with 2 kills after surfing a blast, and they're just gonna clean up house as the red team. The Ocean Gang is gonna be in control of this situation, albeit at heavy losses.
Yeah, Accent getting a snipe on Ragel as well there at the end. That was a kind of a crucial one. There's the sniper momentum. Yeah, another pause here.
Back into the present times of the game between ZALETAY and POBEЖDAY, and of course the Ocean Gang Jr. as we're on pause right now. And well, with that conversation, we'll have to wait a little longer. eXtine as well. We have another game on our hands back in 2020.
Yep, indeed. And the Captain Padu kind of slowed down here. We'll see if they do kind of choose to round the corner with this supercharge, but Asterix has his own now. Looks like they are actually waiting for their player already, so it must have been DC for a while.
Yeah,
Looks like they're missing their scout.
It's kind of like in a soccer, football, and hockey that you just want to play a bit more defensively when you're missing a player on your team. You know, you don't want to take risks when they're not necessary.
Certainly.
But at the same time, the other team could just easily abuse the fact that you're missing a player. Here comes Namba, who's just going to get sniped by Haxon with no remorse. Shubaduba is slowly making his way through, decloaking right behind the enemies and whiffing that stab. Unfortunately, it was very close. I'm actually not sure what happened there, but probably just some netcode issues due to the ping and people connecting from all over the world. It seems that finally the blue team is ready to get pushing, and they are popping Ubercharge very early, sharing quite heavily as well. And here Captain Paddock's doing an excellent job saving the team, but not good enough as Shirik is just going absolutely ham on the team, finishing off. And thankfully Oven is there to take down the heavy weapons guy and take down the medic while at it, which means that the situation is sort of equalized between 2 teams.
Yeah, so things just kind of coming out with Likey kind of going for a back cap here, keeping some players honest, but you know, Red doesn't really actually have that many players even on mid. Axon again sniping Rachel.
He's just doing an amazing job, just putting so much damage, even when he's not getting those headshots. That really does mount up. HHX low on the health is going to get finished up by Oben. He's now cycling back to the health back to his team to get those overheals and maybe scout ahead a little bit more. After then taking a demo man, they're free range to do whatever they want. Asterix just surfing away to safety. Shirik's gonna push a fall down. Oben is on the thrall right now, chasing after the medic. Sebaswap is finding Viz in the lower lobby. Managed to clean up with the help of the scout too. And that gives the blue team quite a precarious spot right now as, well, you know, ZALETAY need to figure something out. They have Paddocks to worry about, but that's nearing 100% as well. And then you have the majority of the team sort of occupying the lobby area.
We'll see what they can do here. This is really kind of their first full stab at trying to get a capture. Mikey might, I wonder if he'll just sack to get some capture time. He's going to actually, let's go in for the stab on Axon.
Mikey is just, he's going for a back cap here. He's going to get mowed, but he's getting quite a bit of time there. Eli now jumping in.
Yeah, the Uber pop there. So good plays by Red to get a couple players in. Trying to follow this up pretty immediately. Viz will get stuffed. And coming out here with the Uber charge. It's mostly faded by now. Nice traps. Doing some damage. Sebaswap. Ooh, nice pipe though. He gets a kill on Nod. Doing some damage on the demo man. Forces him back to the respawn, but they got to get in there to get cap time. All these frags don't matter if you let these players respawn.
Oh my god, Axon's going absolutely mental. He's gonna try to mow this medic down. They did take down the demo man. A lot of players just going into the point. They're just 3v3 at this point right now. Spy Scott is going on to like he's gonna get burned down. Eli on the point is so close to getting it capped, but not close enough. And finally, seems that ЗАЛЕТАЙ have managed to stabilize themselves, but that was a hectic couple of seconds.
Yeah, it's so difficult to capture this point. I feel like they pushed a little early, and they were just kind of counting on the waves. But it didn't work out for Ocean Gang, you know, because it's one of those things where you're hoping your wave of reinforcements is going to be able to capture the point. There's still enough players that like they end up getting captured by the players that they killed initially respawning. You know, 20 seconds later, the fight just dragged on that long.
Yeah, precisely here. And Viz now respawn, sort of chilling in that balcony area. They're still kind of trying to defend this point. Asterix is on the advantageous spot right now. Has that Uber up almost ready as well. Oben is sort of just chilling in that resub area as well on the river, but looks like majority of the team is on the lobby. They're pushing them immediately in. They know about the Uber advantage. They're trying to use it, getting completely stopped by the Pyro Dervin. He's gonna unfortunately fall to his demise. Now Paddox has the Uber charge, and now the blue team has to run away. They're gonna use Viz's Conjurer to get out of this spot. Sebaswap is low on health. His Uber is fading out. They're in a bit of a, well, tough spot right now. They're missing players, but they do manage to pick up themselves 3 kills in that engagement, 4 in total.
Sebaswap, oh no, kind of got in a secret unspotted, but you're gonna get splashed down now. And I think that was kind of an ill-advised push from the Ocean Gang. You know, they got forced to use in lobby. You want to get in, you want to get something from it, but I think that they should have just stayed back and actually just kind of recovered, you know?
Yeah, exactly. And now they don't have control of this lobby area anymore. Viz, 170 HP, is getting healed by the Conch. Ideal is there as well, trying to snipe people close range, but he's all by himself. He's going to get found out by HHX with no issues whatsoever. FL is kind of camping in that dispenser, looking for the medic. He does get 3 kills, no, 2 only. HHX and Viz going down and forcing Asterix to pop the Uber charge as well. Paddox is low on health, chasing after him. Spy Scott. They're not going to be able to get this one done now. Oben is behind. He's getting his Asterix in his sights. He's a couple of these shots, but he gets the job done. And the sniper to boot as a bonus to this one. 2 down the side of blue, and they haven't even finished capping the second point eXtine.
No, and that's unfortunate. That's the danger sometimes of pushing out on this map. If it doesn't go well, you can get punished, but Captain Paddox and company, they want to get that Uber charge. And Paddox, oh no, yeah, Sebaswap got too far ahead. He was trying to push this like this was a sixes match and there was a ton of players down, but he walks in the main and the medic's like, dude, I can't just follow you. And he had 85%, so the hesitation now is providing the Russian team here with an opportunity to get their players up.
Yeah, definitely. It doesn't really look promising. They could just push into this Ocean Gang. Like, they shouldn't worry too much. They have the Uber charge to work with. But they are missing Sebaswap, who's now making his way forward. They're losing Dervin, however, and that's not a very good sign. HX is just going in, forcing Uber charge of the medic, surfing him towards himself. They're trying to make use out of what they have left. Oben Fanco is chasing Asterix. Asterix low on health. He needs some help right now, and Oben is gonna get this job finished up. Like he's decloaking right behind the sniper, taking him down, getting on the point right now. Gonna get burned, but there's only 5 players to work with for the side of Russians, 4 players to work with for the side of Ocean Gang 2. Shuvaduba decloaking on the point right now. No, he's cloaked up. He's still waiting. He's trying to stay safe. He sees a lot of red players. He may be able to get a couple of stabs. He missed this one. Oh, no. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, the full whiff there. Blue team still, I don't know, they're getting aggressive in lobby. They don't really have the reason to, though. They don't have an Uber ad. They don't have a player ad. They just want to. And there's certainly risk to it. Their players are going to respawn. And now they're saying, okay, well, yeah, maybe this is a little crazy. Likey sitting on launch pad cloaked up.
Just kind of scoping out the area. I mean, he's in no rush, you know, like he can't really take any stabs when people have their backs up against the wall at all times too. So he's sort of waiting for his opportunity to strike, and probably a smart choice too. You want to get those stabs, but at the same time you need to make sure that the stabs are well timed too. Because if you stab a person now and your team doesn't push, it's not really gonna give you anything. Only gonna lose a life
exactly.
potentially for just a lot of risk for no reason, but now he's making his way towards the point, seeing the opportunity. Cracking the defense is gonna stay in the corner right now, complete unbeknownst to most of the blue team, as Russians are still on the defense.
And Sebaswap does look like they want to kind of push in from the side here. They're still just, they need their other players to be in position. Durbin jumping around, going in towards water. And here comes the Uber charge now. Scout flushing up the gut. The soldiers in there as well. Good Uber flashes. Opens on the point, but the blue defensive Uber is there as well. Soldier might burn to death, but this is pretty good from Red Team. They've gotten the frags, and they're going to be able to get the capture. 1-0.
Wow. Just like that, they just wiped this house clean. They didn't have a good Uber pushing into this eXtine. They had like kind of a slow Uber, slow burn. Paddox got juggled there by HHX.
Yeah.
But they managed to make the most out of this. And Asterix is still going in the fray and flashing people. And he had some good flashes, but in the end, like, they didn't manage to kind of utilize them to the best of their ability. And they've lost the point. 10 minutes left on the clock. And we're back in action in the second round of this map.
Yeah, just our second mid-fight. Eli trying to jump in on HHX. Not able to get that frag, and blue team picks up 3 so far. Make that 4 as Oben Fangirl goes down.
Oof, Viz just kind of putting some law down in the choke point. Now FL is caught off guard, is going to get finished off. Unfortunate. With Viz is very aggressive, finds a nice little rocket onto Dervin. It seems the red team is kind of on the back foot. Chasing them as HHX is going to get blown up by the sticky shot by Sebaswap.
Yeah, Sebaswap with nice trap there to defend the medic. I thought that was very risky of the medic to climb there instead of just running out of Shutter, but the protection was there from the demo man. Eli going down after getting the kill on the sniper here, as blue is pushing forward with the Uber charge, but Captain Paddox still up with his charge in response. Like getting a stab on. Oh, a double getting Asterix as well. Oh, that's such a huge swing in momentum now.
Oh yeah, like a pendulum here. Paddox has 100% and the full team backing him up. And this middle point should be a piece of cake. Blue team is not really having anything ready. HHX does find a nice kill onto Oben, just cratering him to the ground with the sheer force of the sticky. But the middle point is pretty much going to remain uncontested by the Russian team. And Zalatne will have to sort of hold the choke, and they don't have the Uber charge to work with either eXtine. It's not going to really look too promising for them. They may be able to hold this for a little while with the help of the Pyro, but it seems that the Ocean Gang is not going to wait any longer. They're pushing in with their Uber right now.
Yeah, for sure. Rachel sniping from the back on this point. Blue team has gone into River, which will give Raid good angles on taking down Eli, but Eli did get the kill on HHX before he goes down, so no demo man for the defending team. They have 80%, but they are just going to back up here to hold last a bit.
That kill from Likey has managed to give them basically 2 points without too much of a worry. Paddox now on 40%, Asterix about to hit 100, but they are on the defensive right now. It's not going to really look too promising here. Shubaduba is working on the sentry gun, manages to kill it down, and the engineer's a lot of trouble as well, but Angie's going to be able to survive this one with the help of the medic. Paddox also going to appreciate the extra healing, the extra charge. What a headshot there by Aurelio! Just finds that little sideline from Accent and just takes him down, opening up a lot of sidelines, but he does go down to Nod, the scout, who's still causing a lot of trouble. Pushing out the Uber charge is the blue team. They're trying to make some ground, but they're going to be unable to find Captain Paddox, who's about to hit that 100%.
Yeah, and Asterix kind of stuck in an awkward position there in the corner. His team really could use this capture, though, just to make sure that the counter push doesn't come through super hard. But the Uber charge is here. They get the easy kill on Nod. They're going to find Asterix as well. Easy to capture the point here and then push forward.
It may just give Asterix enough time to rejoin the ranks, but they're going to be missing out on a couple of percent of Uber. Holding quite aggressive is the blue team, and FL's just going to abuse that, taking down 2 easy kills for himself. Finally, respawns are coming up from the blue team, but the red is not really waiting too long. Oben's already making his way towards the point, getting caught up by Nod. Eli's low on health himself. He needs to cycle back for the health pack. It seems that, well, the Russians have managed to stabilize themselves just a little bit. They're a bit behind in terms of Uber, but at least they haven't lost their last point just yet, and they only have 6 minutes to work with. Not a lot.
Yeah, that's certainly one of the rougher aspects here. Axon, though, continues to just get very nice snipes. Eli trading with Viz, and looks like the combo might push out. They do want to get forward here. Likey lurking behind the Spy, but there is a heavy weapons guy on the point. Asterix ends up pulling back. Doesn't want to push out all the way. FL finding HHX. They have an Uber charge here.
Oof, Likey just going a bit cheeky there from the lower river onto the point, trying to get a back cap, but didn't quite work out. And the second point is currently being occupied with 2 members of the blue team. Spy Scott is just blasting the stickies away right into the soldier, but Viz survives this one. They do manage to get this one done and dusted, and Paddocks on 100%, but just completely backing away. They're not really willing to take this fight, and I'm not sure why. They should be able to at least hold the control of the second point, but they decided to walk all the way to middle. They don't want to risk this one. Launch into the air, a demo man, low air shot from Eli, takes the kill there onto HHX. 3 players down the side of blue. They did pop the Uber charge as well as Paddocks. Not many kills being exchanged right now. Viz is going to get his fair share. Dervin is on the offensive right now, and so is Likey. But seems that both medics survived this onslaught with the, well, we have to just mention that the Russians have lost a lot of their players in the engagement.
Yeah, and right now, Ocean Gang do have a kind of window to breathe and get set to try to push in here. Let's start things off with a snipe on Zip Rick. He, I heard the sentry going up, but I don't think he actually got it on the ground.
Doesn't quite. I mean, we don't know about the situation just yet. You're sure on the point right now. They have 3 players down and a lot of people low on health. Asterix is trying his best at making sure he keeps up in the Uber charge department. Captain Paddocks also losing 3 of his comrades. So it's not, you know, like, it's a bit of a equalized battle. Eli jumping on the deployment is going to get mowed down by Shirk. He's not going to take any prisoners for this one, but a nice step by Likey. He's going to try to shoot down the heavy weapons guy. Oh, just in time, however. The Pyre comes in clutch and saves the heavy from a certain death from the Spy. Now HHX is pushing away from that middle, into the second point here. HHX on the aggressive, and like, he's not really having too many people kind of contest him. He's using that lock and load too. He's getting Ubered. But the Uber may be a bit too preemptive just to save that one person, as Captain Paddock says that 100% eXtine.
Yeah, they are going to get the capture, though, and, you know, sometimes in these situations, Uber is not as important as getting that capture.
And HHX lone hell, but they do manage to pick up Dervin. Eli also going down. That's 5 players to work with for Captain Paddocks of the Uber charge. The middle point slowly getting capped. Like he's whoa, what's going on right now? Why didn't you see that Spy decloaking right next to you? As the Devilman going down, 3 players off the side of blue. Shirk on the point, he's going to be able to be spun up, but he's not having enough health and support to take down onto FL. Now Asterix in a lot of trouble, is going to go down himself. Now the Pyro Spy Scott is just going in W+M1, but the Open Fangirl is going to take this one. 2 players off for the side of blue, and they are in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, we'll see here. It looks like they are going to be able to recover a bit here. And they do have a charge, though, from Captain Paddocks. So if they can get in, well, they will. Well, oh, HHX going down to FL. That's a big loss, losing your demo man right now. 15 seconds for the team, the full Uber charge to get in.
Your Open Fangirl just kind of scouting the area, making sure everyone's accounted for. Now Spy Scott going in W+M1. He's going to find a world of trouble. They do pick up Rightio, though, but the sentry is still alive. The FL as well, trying to shoot people down. Axon is very aggressive. He's going to get scoped into FL, but no, FL is going to find that kill. Like he's behind the medic. He's going to get a stab on him. 3 players up and running. Uber is full force. Like he gets himself another kill. And the point is going to go towards the OG Junior with only about 2 minutes spare. I really don't think that ZIP is really going to take this one back next time.
No, not at all. I mean, they don't have a chance, you know, in terms of the clock, unfortunately. You know, hopefully they can get a good mid-fight here, and they have had good mid-fights. You know, a round on the board would be nice, but down 2-0, that was pretty clutch captured by Ocean Gang. HHX going down early here, the fight continuing. Good work for the Pyro Spy Scott, getting some good damage out here, but it's actually going to be blue team losing most of their players.
Yeah.
Like here with the butter knife. Gets the medic.
Even after the sandwich too. Shurik is just kind of trying to stand his ground, make sure that it does work, but it seems that, you know, kind of both teams have acknowledged the fact that, well, this one is done and dusted, and there's nothing that ZIP can do about this current state of things. They're sort of waiting in the server for the rest of the game. A bit of like stat padding happening as well. It sort of makes you wonder if we ever gonna get that tool to sort of, you know, have a GG option to sort of, you know, concede. I think it does, like, Wiethoofd saying that it does exist, but maybe just teaming to sort of start using this one a bit more often, because once you realize, you know, there's nothing physically you can do about the situation. 2 minutes left on the clock, 3 points to make up. A miracle would have to happen, but seeing how Ocean Gang is playing, and they're just gonna get themselves a 3rd point just to kind of rub it into the ZIP's face. Well, it doesn't really give you too much of a hope at winning this one. It seems that, well, Ocean Gang is going to advance themselves towards the finals of this tournament. Stay tuned for that, but that would be for us. Thanks a lot for joining us for this adventure, and, you know, stay tuned for more. Twitter, Twitch, our website, everything is down there. You know where to follow us. Any last words, eXtine?
No, thanks, jakeowaty. You know, had fun. You know, it's great joining you and Wiethoofd today.
Get this one done. All right, then see you later, guys.
Awesome. Thanks for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. I'm eXtine. We will see you guys next time. Peace out.
Hi, old beaver! Away!